Good morning, guys. It's Donald and Mary, and we're here to bring you your morning weather, water, and trail chatter report. And so this morning, Mary's going to start with the water and weather and some information going on up in the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. And then after, we have a few rescues to talk about, and then some shuttle stories. All right, man. Take it away, hon.
Thank you, Donald.
Yes, miss.
Good morning, everybody. Right now in Blairsville, it is 32 degrees. We're going to get a high of 69 today, and it is going to be sunny. And there is some patchy, dense fog this morning that you do have to watch out for until about 9 a.m., so be careful when you're out there. Winds will be 10 miles per hour. And then tonight, 39 degrees with clear skies, light and variable winds. On Blood Mountain today, we're looking at a high of 58 degrees, falling to 54 this afternoon, 5-mile-per-hour winds and sunny. And then tonight, mostly clear, 44 with 5-mile-per-hour winds. Water's good for the most part on the trail. Make sure you're topping off at Hawk Mountain Shelter. And then Lance Creek before Blood Mountain is your last reliable water source as you hike north. So make sure you top off there. And then Neil Gap, top off again because Neil to Hogpen is dry and Hogpen Gap will have water. Let's be cautious still for the snakes that are nesting in the boulders up on Cow Rock. There's a group of copperheads in there, so just be careful up in there. And then it's that time of year to start talking about keeping the water filters warm. So it's getting down to those temperatures. Let's start thinking about that and keep them close to your body during the day as you hike, and then just sleep with them at night. That'll keep them from freezing and causing a problem with water. Great Smoky Mountain National Park, road closures, the Kawohe Trail and Kawohe Tower, which is formerly Klingman's Dome. They are temporarily closed due to icy conditions up there. There's no access to the observation tower at this time. And then the Great Smoky Mountain National Park, ongoing bear closures. We have Twin Creeks Trail and campsites 18, 19, 55, 56, 57, and 82. All of the shelters are open. And then the bear warnings, campsite 71, Gatlinburg Trail, Cataract Falls Trail, and Cove Mountain Trail. Let's remember to always leave no trace wherever we go. Let's make it better than it was when we found it, and properly store and dispose of food and anything that has an odor to it if we brought it in. Let's remember to take it out with us. Donald, I'm going to turn it over to you now.
Sweet. All right. All right, guys, let's start like this, man. Good morning. It is 6:10 a.m. and it's 11/4/2025. And so if no one knows, the 11 is November. All right, guys. Let's start like this. So in Oregon, we have a rescue. The Lane County Sheriff's Office received a notification from an emergency distress GPS beacon near George Creek in the Three Sisters Wilderness at 6:30 p.m. on October 31st. LCSO SAR determined who the beacon belonged to and requested Upper Mackenzie Rural Fire Protection District for their vehicle, and SAR responded from the valley. Mackenzie fire personnel located the involved vehicle at Separation Lake Trailhead. Around midnight, SAR located the injured hiker off trail near the GPS coordinates. They provided emergency medical care, including treating for possible hypothermia. Once the subject was able to move, SAR escorted them back to their vehicle.
All right.
Listen, you hear all those acronyms, man, that helped out, dude?
That's right.
All right, and so let's go ahead. We have a Montana rescue, guys, in Gallatin County, Montana, on November 1st, 2025. Gallatin County 911 dispatch received a call regarding an injured hiker on the Ousel Falls Trail. The hiker reportedly slipped on the icy trail, hit their head, and was unable to walk, according to Gallatin County Sheriff SAR. Gallatin County Sheriff SAR volunteers from the Big Sky section promptly responded to the scene. A hasty team was deployed down the trail and found the patient experiencing dizziness and difficulty staying awake. The SAR team used a one-wheeled litter to transport the patient to the waiting Big Sky ambulance at the trailhead. No further information. That doesn't sound good. Could be a concussion, man, or maybe worse. Who knows, man? That's not good.
Thankfully, they were able to get some
Right,
rescue
dude?
because it could have turned out a whole lot
Yeah,
worse.
yeah, definitely some brain swelling or
Yeah.
something. It doesn't sound good either way, dude.
No, it does not.
All right, I wanted to read this. This is a hiker that was found barefoot barefooted. He had a trash bag on him and had put his bag into a tree to retrieve water and could not find where he put his bag when he went back to find it, or to get his bag and start hiking again. So let's start like this. A barefoot hiker rescued in pouring rain after lost overnight on North Vancouver Trail. A hiker was rescued out of pouring rain last week after losing his shoes and gear following a slip on a North Vancouver Trail. North Shore Rescue volunteers and Metro Vancouver Park Rangers responded to a call involving a man in his 30s heading to Northern Falls in Lynn Headwaters Regional Park Friday around 3 p.m. Two trail runners at Northern Creek saw a man on the trail with a black garbage bag over his torso and no shoes, and told park staff at the parking lot when they, who then called police, said North Shore Rescue Search Manager Don Jardine. Park rangers then drove a utility vehicle up the trail to find the hiker alongside search and rescue crews assisting on foot. Roughly 3.5 kilometers up the trail, they found the man just before 5:30 p.m. They provided a tarp to help him dry off and then drove back down. He was actually in surprisingly good shape, considering he was hiking with no shoes and no proper rain gear, Jardine said. When rescuers and park rangers got the hiker to safe grounds, that's when crews found out the man actually began his hike Thursday, spending a night on trail. Jardine said they learned that the hiker hid his bag in a hollow tree to fetch some water and couldn't find it when he came back. While he was looking, it became dark and he fell, losing both his shoes and wasn't able to find them. Luckily, the hiker had no injuries. After rescue crews and park rangers got him down the trail Friday, Jardine said police gave the hiker a ride to Seabus and he headed back on home. It was quite a group effort, Jardine said. The next day, one of the members went in to see if they could locate his pack and wasn't able to find it. He's going to have to get a new cell phone unless a member of the public finds it. Given that the sun sets earlier this time of year, the search manager urges people to start their hike early in the day to ensure they have enough time to complete their hikes. If you are not going to make it to the destination, turn around and come back, he said. Don't keep pushing it if you're going to run out of daylight. Jardine and Tyler Langaloo, Park Operations Supervisor at Metro Vancouver, both said there are a number of safety messages people can take away from Friday's rescue. Traveling with a group or another person, if possible, having a trip plan and checking the weather to bring appropriate clothes are some of the main takeaways people should keep in mind before going on a hike, they said. It was a good outcome, Langaloo said. Our staff were in the right place at the right time. We were able to locate this person pretty quickly, and I thought our staff did a pretty exceptional job providing support to this individual and got them back to safe hands of RCMP pretty quickly. So, I'm just going to say this. I can feel you have something to say too, man, but I need to just say this before I forget what I'm going to say, because that's what will happen.
You're probably going to say for me too.
So right here, man, and I say it all the time, we both do, that people, man, you see them, everyone does it. Just about everyone. 95% of the people I see are doing this. They attach their Garmin InReach to their backpack and they put all their stuff in their backpack and then they go and put it down and go for water.
That's right.
And that happens. And so that's why I always say, keep that stuff on you. Get a fanny pack, man. Who cares what people think? Get a fanny pack, man. Put your phone in there. Put your Garmin in there. It doesn't need to be out on your backpacks or anything like that, man. Because once you put that backpack down or you fall... I've read a few different rescues. There was one, I believe, in the Dolomites or something. I can't remember what it was, but this guy fell, lost his bags and stuff, man, was gone for 4 days. It was one of the rescues, the missing people rescues. I think it was 4 days. He fell down this embankment, lost all this gear all up the hill and broke his femur, I think, and something else, and he couldn't get to it. He ended up laying there for 4 days, and finally, the rescue people, after not hearing from this dude, his wife, or someone called, the concerned party called the authorities, and they got out there and started looking for this dude, and they found him laying there on the side of the mountain, man, and they rescued him like that, and he didn't have any of his gear, didn't have any of the food, didn't have anything to call rescue because it was all in his backpack and his gear that was lost up the mountain. So right here is another this is another example of someone their cell phone was obviously in their backpack because he needs to buy a new one because of this incident. So that all being said, that is one thing that you can take away from this, guys. Please, man, wear your Garmin's and your phones. Put it on you somehow, or at least your Garmin InReach, man. So anyways, what would you like to
And
say?
you know, he could also store a headlamp in a fanny pack.
Most definitely,
a
headlamp
lighter
too.
in the fanny
Yes.
pack.
Those are the 10 essentials, bro. Yes.
And that way, you know, at least there'd be some preparation. It must have been quite a fall because, you know, the shoe's coming off.
Yeah,
You
bro.
know, and he's very fortunate as we're coming into the winter months that there was actually still people out there and somebody saw him because obviously, like this is saying, everything was stashed and there was no way for him to signal rescue and he
right.
couldn't find it. So very fortunate that was.
That it turned
This
out
time
the way
it
it did.
turned
That
out,
some
yes.
people saw him walking around
That's
in a
right.
garbage bag, dude.
Yeah.
No shoes, a garbage bag. It's raining. It's cold up there right now, man. This dude is lucky that he's not part of the earth up there, or part of a search and rescue where they recover the body, man.
Definitely a
so
good
and,
case
an
of-
unalived body at that. So
Hypothermia, you know,
dude,
perfect
the
conditions.
whole
for it,
9 yards,
everything.
man. Everything, dude. This guy's just out there bare naked pretty much, man. He's naked and afraid, dude. You know what I mean? That's naked and afraid shit out there, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, dude? But there's no directors or no little bell that you're gonna ding and they come in and save you or pump you up with some juice, man, to get you going again, man. There's nothing like that. When you're out there, you're on your own. That dude's lucky that he's alive today.
And you know-
I think he's lucky. I don't know the whole
I think
situation.
he's lucky.
you
And I
know.
want to say this, especially when you're hiking alone, you know, it's very tempting to stash that pack because sometimes the water sources are down quite a steep embankment and who wants to carry a full backpack and water up? But this is a good example of why you want to take that bag with you, especially when you're alone.
Or just like make sure you have your Garmin InReach on you, man. That Garmin InReach is gonna save you if you use it correctly and follow the rules of when you're missing, man. Don't keep walking. Stop, sit down, press the SOS button, get those people in there. If you need it, sit down, and then don't move again because when you move, you've the search and rescue have to move further, and there's also high risk of you hurting yourself because you're already lost. You don't know where you are. You're already just crazy in the head. Everything's chaotic. You're probably just not even thinking correctly because you're lost and you're getting frantic and it's scary, and so you're not thinking correctly. So the best thing to do is sit down, man. Press that button and wait for help.
That's right.
That's it. So,
All right.
anyways, all right. And so then I wanted to talk about this. In Oneida, a hiker slipped down a ravine in northern Oneida County, rescued by local emergency responders. So in Oneida County, no injuries were reported after several emergency responders came to the aid of a hiker who fell down a ravine. It happened sometime around 3 p.m. on Monday, according to the sheriff's office. 911 dispatchers said they received a call from a mother who claimed her son, a 42-year-old male with special needs, slipped down a ravine while hiking the Breaya Trail System in Egypt Road in the town of Boonville. Maybe it's BREIA. So I don't know what exactly that. I think it's an acronym, is what I think it
Looks
is.
like it could be.
Yeah. And the two became completely separated after the fall. And since the mother had lost sight of her son, she immediately called emergency authorities. Several agencies, including Boonville Fire Department, Ambulance, Barnveld Fire Department, Woodgate Fire Department, New York State DEC, Encon Police, and Forest Rangers all responded and set up search of the area with the use of ATVs and drones. The hiker was found safe about 2 hours later. So the emergency personnel reported no injuries. However, the victim was evaluated for being exposed to the elements. But man, that turned out well.
It did.
Right? Do you
Yes.
hear all those names that are coming to the rescue, man? That's
right.
pretty awesome.
It's not just one or two people. It's always a crowd of people.
For people they don't even know.
That's right. So
So, I mean, that's pretty
Awesome.
amazing to me. And some of them aren't even getting paid. Some of those are volunteers, man. So, that's just amazing, man, to me, man.
it is.
All right. And so today, or yesterday, we had. What did we do yesterday?
Well,
You tell me
yesterday I
what we
picked
did.
up a rider at Neil Gap. They bought some new shoes and they're real happy.
Oh, yeah,
with
that's
them.
right. They were going to Unicoi Gap. That's right. I
Got them
remember
out-
talking to them.
Got them
now.
out to Unicoi, and then I was down at Atlanta Airport last night,
Yeah.
picked up some riders.
Oh, yeah, they're-
And I brought them up here to Blairsville, and I'm heading out in just a bit to go get them out to the,
Jack's Gap.
put in at Jack's Gap so they can get into Chattahoochee and hike up to Albert.
So last year, the folks that we picked up at the airport last night at 9 p.m., they flew in. We picked them up. We actually picked them up last year, man, at Jack's Gap. They got off there because we brought them up last year too. They're like biting off pieces of the trail, like
right.
50 miles, 60 miles, whatever they can do in the time they have. So this year they're coming up to do. We picked them up at Jack's Gap, which is right up here, up the road here. It's like you can get off at Chattahoochee Gap, which is like mile 47ish, I believe. Anyways, there's a 2.5 mile trail, Blue Blaze, that goes down to the road and up the other side, Brass Down Ball, but it hits that road right there, and we drop them off there or pick people up there. Right now, we're going to be dropping them off where we picked them up last year so they can continue on north to Albert Mountain. So
That's
it looks like they're doing about 56 miles or something, 55 miles, 56 miles.
Yep.
So we'll pick them up at Albert Mountain in several days on the 7th, man, and get them on back down to Atlanta Air, and they'll fly back out. And then next year, we'll
Again.
put them back in at Albert, dude, and they'll, let's see,
That's right.
150-ish is up by Stacoa. So,
Yep.
anyways, that's what we had going on yesterday, and then today we have, what are we got going on today?
We have them, and then
right
right after that, I'm heading out to Hogpen Gap, getting a rider over to Neil Gap.
Oh, sweet, yeah, nice, dude.
So-
And then that's all we have for right now, man. And then hopefully this weekend, Jordan's gone for the rest of the year, so we have our friend Nemo coming up to do some shuttles for us or assist us with some stuff. She is TSA, so in Atlanta, Hartsfield Jackson, and they are on strike, and she has some time, and if no one knows, strike means no pay. So
Right.
we're gonna definitely help our friend out. Nemo's been family for years, actually. So
That's right.
she actually shuttled me one day back in 2018. So
Yes, yes.
they paid us for a shuttle, and then they rented a car, and I got out of the vehicle with them at McDonald's in Hiawassee.
Yep.
And we had two drivers then. We had another driver. He was an employee. What was his name?
Tyler, yes.
And so he drove for us. We bought a car for him and insured it and whatever. Anyways, so he was driving for us also. And we had a call from Winding Steer Gap. I think Mary was on another call, but Tyler dropped me off with Catherine and another dude, and they ended up renting a car. And so I waited with them for Enterprise to come pick them up, man, at McDonald's in Hiawassee, the Blairsville Enterprise, and I ended up catching a ride with them and paying them for a
That's
shuttle
right,
back to
that's
my
right.
house back then. So,
Yeah, good times.
but that's how we met Catherine in 2018, and she came back every single year after that and used us, and then for shuttles, and then stayed with us numerous times, and then Mary and her see each other. She lives down in Atlanta, so down by the airport. So when Mary goes down there, she stays with Kat overnight and stuff, man.
Good sort of
Anyways,
person.
Kat's a good dude, man.
Yes, she
And
is.
so she'll be up on the weekends and assisting us with some shuttles for a few weeks. And then Jordan will be back in February, and Sly will be back in February, and things will be happening.
Yes,
Spirit
yay.
fingers. Anyways. Okay,
All
so
right.
so today, man, we have the few things going on, and then Not sure what we're gonna do after. Just kind of relax, man. Probably take some calls.
That's right.
It was really a busy day yesterday, man. Lots of calls coming in. So
Yes.
I spent a couple of hours on the phone, man. At least with each person that I spoke to was at least an hour, man, or more.
Yeah, lots of
So-
folks getting information and scheduling
Yeah.
and getting prepared for their hikes, whether they're sections
Next
or they're
year's,
doing the
too.
throughs. Yes, yeah.
Next year's, man.
definitely.
I talked to a lady last
That's what
night,
I'm talking
yesterday.
about.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, next year's.
year's.
Yeah, and there's just people coming out doing like big miles too, man. Not even aspiring through hikers,
That's
man.
right.
It's just that time of year, man. There's everyone out
That's
here.
right, there is.
Yeah. So, anyways.
All right.
Yeah. So, did you have anything else you'd like to say
No,
today?
I just got to get ready to take off and head out to help the first riders and keep flowing with the day.
Sweet, man. All right, guys. Thank you so much, man. If anyone needs anything, give us a jingle. All right. One love, man. Peace.